Hello, this is Easy Blender by Mr. Tomato. I am Yamato. Tomato Yamato. So basically, I've been making videos on YouTube about Blender recently, but there wasn't really creative and just telling how you press buttons. But I didn't really get in deep of why it works or how it works. So now today I'm going to be showing you the user interface of Blender. So now basically there is the place you work. You're gonna do the stuff. Now if you are new to Blender, welcome, and yeah, it's a big program to learn. So please don't expect to do everything in like a snap because it's really a big program. I myself haven't really learned as much as the whole program, so we'll get there together. Yeah. So right now we're in the layout. So basically, there are many workspaces for us. So there are many like user interfaces that we are gonna learn. But right now we're gonna do the basic interface is the layout. So yeah. Now the first thing that we're gonna see about this layout is this giant screen in the middle. So this is the viewport. Is where our world is, our stuff is, basically our stage where we do stuff. Okay, so if we're gonna add a cube model, anything, everything, you're gonna do it in here. Now, in the future, there are ways you can separate it and do and add more viewports and edit our workspace. But right now, we're gonna just do default. So right here in the viewport, you can see on the left right here is the tools like the, the selection box, move. Now these tools are okay, I guess, but most of the time we're going to use hotkeys is just pressing a button. But this is not what the video is about. Just note that this is where the tool is going to be. Now up here we're going to have the mode. So there are many modes in this program: object mode, edit mode, sculpt mode. Now I'm not going to teach anything here. I'm just going to explain to you. So basically, when you're in object mode, let me turn this on. You're moving around the objects, and you can scale it and stuff, which is okay. You can do it to a point. You can add objects, take it out, and make some shapes. But if you want to make unique shapes that is out of the average things, the default stuff that they give you, you will need to go into edit mode like this, which is gonna manipulate our object. So that is the two basic modes for modeling, and then there's the sculpt, vertex paint, and all of those sorts of stuff, which is, yes, we will learn, not yet. So now next there is going to be right here on the top right, which is the scene. This is where we're going to see our stuff like our lights and stuff. I guess you can say it's a backstage, but it only shows the stuff that is on the stage, I think. So it's probably not a backstage. So okay, so this is just the stuff on the stage you have. You can see the stuff that you hide and the stuff you didn't hide. There's all sorts of stuff, and you can also see like our materials and stuff in here. And it doesn't really matter yet, but just note that right here is just a list of the stuff that we have up here. Okay, now right here is where the beginners gets confused, which you guys were gonna be like, if you are beginners, like, I don't know what these buttons do. Okay, basically this is the properties panel. Now our object isn't just a simple cube floating in air in the void of Blender viewport. our objects has properties like colors, size, shapes, and those, and yeah, a lot. So basically, there's gonna be a lot of things listed here that you can change the properties or edit or move your properties of your objects. So let's say right here is the material property. So you will change and adjust your properties of your object. This is the material property, which you can also do in other workspaces and layouts, but right now we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it simple. So there's also here is the material. No, it's the modifier properties. Modifier properties. This one is basically doing a lot of stuff to our object in a non-destructive way. Basically, it's like doing something to our object, but in reality, it's not. So let's say it's smoothing our object, but in reality, it's still the same object. It's just that they give you an illusion or something. So that is the properties. Now there are many other properties out there, like cube. Wait, no, like object properties. Now it's a lot of mess to learn. Right now, this area, if you're a beginner, no, not yet. We're not gonna do that yet. So just know it's the stuff that changes your properties. Now, so now we have the viewport, the tools, the modes, and the layouts up here. Now, the bottom right here is the timeline. Now, if you're just gonna make models and not really do any animation and stuff, then this is probably not used or necessary. But if you're gonna do like animations, which is like rigging our object or models and make it move, which is gonna be in here. So it's basically right now our time is stopped. If we press our space bar, it's gonna start running down here. Yeah, it's gonna start running. So basically, if it start running, it means time's going. So like that. And if you want to do animation, it's gonna be another whole lot of videos later. So right now, this is just the time of our world. So now that is most of the things, I guess. So that is it for the UI, the user interface. Now you can't really do anything right now since we can't really rotate our view. So we will be doing that in the next few videos for the basics. So yeah, okay.